There's only one exercise that you need for effective weight loss, and you don't need a gym membership in order to do it. And I know that this exercise works because it's the only exercise that I did for 75 days and I lost a total of 30 pounds. And stick around because after I share with you this one exercise, I'm going to share with you the second exercise that I actually incorporated into my routine that was like pouring gas on a fire in terms of fat loss. I ended up losing an additional 40 pounds. So that's a 70-pound weight loss over the course of 9 months. I had a tummy tuck to remove loose skin, and then I went on to lose an additional 16 pounds. So I'm approximately 90 pounds down. So let's get right into it. The only exercise that you need for effective weight loss is walking. And I know what you're thinking. I know we're not talking about walking. But think about it. One of the reasons why walking is so effective is because it's a full body exercise. Not only are you using your lower body with your legs and your thighs and your glutes, but you're also using your upper body as well. A lot of times when we're walking, especially when we're walking for exercise, we're walking at a brisk pace, we're pumping our arms. So we're getting in the arms, we're getting in some shoulder movement, some chest, some back, and then we use our core for practically everything. So we're also engaging our core muscles. So walking is just a great overall full body exercise that has the bonus of being low impact. And walking is great for your cardiovascular health. It gets your blood pumping, it gets your heart rate up, and what this does in turn is helps you to burn calories. A person of average weight can burn approximately 300 calories in a 45-minute walk. Now, when I started my weight loss journey, I was walking twice a day for 45 minutes each time. And so not only was I in a caloric deficit because I was eating clean, but now I'm also adding walking to it, and I'm walking twice a day. So I'm burning not 300 calories, but 600 calories approximately, in addition to being in the caloric deficit. So walking definitely helped to speed up my weight loss because I was burning so many more calories on top of the caloric deficit that I was already in because I had cleaned up my nutrition. Another reason why walking is so effective is because you can basically do it anywhere, so it's easy to keep up with. You don't need a gym membership in order to walk. You don't even need a treadmill in your home. Now, I do have a treadmill in my home, so on my weight loss journey, I would use my treadmill, but I would also do an outdoor workout as well. And so a lot of times for that outdoor workout, I was just simply walking around my neighborhood for 45 minutes. And not only that, I could travel and still keep up with my walking schedule. So a lot of times I was traveling for business or for pleasure, and I could use the treadmill in the hotel. I could walk outside. I have walked many a hotel parking lots for that outdoor workout. I remember one time waiting on the plane and I was doing laps around my gate because I needed to get in my 45-minute walk, but I was able to do it in the airport terminal. I've also walked the airport parking lot. So you can just really walk pretty much anywhere. So walking is just a great exercise of choice. Another thing is walking is just really easy to do. You really only need a good pair of walking shoes. You don't need any type of fancy equipment. Again, you don't need a gym membership. Put on your shoes and go. And so when something is easily accessible, then it means that you're more likely to be consistent with it. And so that's why I like to say, walking is just as effective as any other workout for weight loss, as long as you're consistent with it. That's all it takes because it is so easy to do and you don't need a whole lot to get started. And sometimes I'll hear people say, but walking is so boring. I want to do things like HIIT and Stairmaster and elliptical and Zumba and all of these other things. And that's great. But you know what? I love to walk because it gives me an opportunity to multitask. I can put on my walking shoes and walk around my neighborhood for 45 minutes, and I'm listening to podcasts. I like business podcasts, so I'm catching up on the latest episodes of my favorite business podcasts. Sometimes I'm listening to YouTube videos. Sometimes I'm listening to just simply music, but it's not boring for me. I'm engaging my mind with other things that are interest of me, and I'm getting in my workout at the same time. But bottom line is, walking doesn't have to be boring. It is what you make of it. So here's the second exercise that I promised to tell you that I did that really sped up my weight loss. And that was strength training. So I lost the first 30 pounds on my weight loss journey simply with walking. But let me tell you what happened once I picked up the dumbbells. No, I didn't go into a gym. Yes, I do have a home gym, but I started out strength training with 3 sets of dumbbells, a light set, a medium set, and a heavy set. So you don't need a gym in order to do this. You can actually do this from home. But once I started incorporating strength training regularly into my workout routine, even though the scale was like moving down very, very slowly, when I looked in the mirror, you could tell that I was recompositioning my body. You could tell that I was getting very slender, very lean. And so where the scale showed that I might have lost 4 pounds that month, when you looked at me, or when I looked at myself in the mirror and I was taking progress photos, it looked like I had lost 10 to 15 pounds, because not only was I burning fat, but now incorporating the strength training, I'm building muscle as well, and muscle is much leaner than the fat that it's replacing. Now, strength training speeds up the fat loss process because it helps you to build muscle. Muscle speeds up your metabolism, which means that you're now burning more calories at rest because you are consistently incorporating strength training as part of your workout routine. And just like walking, you can get an effective strength training workout at home with only 3 sets of dumbbells, a light set, a medium set, and a heavy set. And that's relative to your starting point, right? So for me, my light set would have been maybe 5 pounds. My medium set would have been 10 pounds. My heavy set would have been 20 pounds. And then as I got stronger using that light set, medium set, heavy set, then I would go up in weights. So then maybe next I was using the 10-pound weight as my light set, and a 15-pound as my medium set, and a 25-pound as my heavy set. And I just kept slowly increasing the weights with the dumbbells. I know that there are some ladies out there who are intimidated by going into a gym. And even if you go into the gym, you probably just stick to the cardio section of the gym. I was one of those ladies. I would go in and get on the elliptical, but you would never catch me on the weight room side of the gym. I was just too intimidated by the machines and the people that were over there. And so I was just so pleasantly surprised to find out, once I picked up the dumbbells at home, that I was actually recompositioning my body with dumbbells in the comfort of my home, did not have to go into a gym, and that I didn't need commercial type gym equipment in order to get an effective strength training workout in. Now, if you're just getting started with strength training, what I recommend you do is 30 to 45 minutes 3 to 4 times a week. And you can do this as, full body workouts each time, or you can do body splits. I like to do body splits, and that just simply means that on one day I focus on my arms and shoulders. Another day I might focus on my chest and back. The third day I'm focusing on legs and glutes. And then the fourth day I'm focusing on my core, which means I'm doing a lot of ab exercises. And that was pretty much my beginner strength training routine, just making sure that I hit all major body parts at least 1 time a week. So how do you put this together, the walking plus the strength training? Now, what I recommend is that you start out with walking 30 to 45 minutes at a time, 3 to 4 days a week, and that is in a fasted state. And a fasted state just simply means when you first wake up before you eat. And then I would add to that the strength training 3 to 4 days a week. And again, you can do them as full body workouts, or you can do the body split. I'm going to leave a link in the video description to a free workout template that you can download and use to create your own workout schedule. I give you a sample of a workout schedule, and then I give you some blank templates that you can use to kind of sketch out your own for the week. You can take it, you can put it on the fridge, you can put it on your bathroom mirror, you can put it wherever you're planning to work out, but you'll have your schedule right in front of you, and it can be an easy reference for you when it's time to work out. Bottom line is, don't underestimate the power of walking plus strength training with dumbbells as an effective way to burn fat and to lose weight on your weight loss journey. I've proven that it worked. I've helped other women to use it on their weight loss journeys through the Get Fit Blueprint program as well as the Get Fit Challenge, and I know that it will work for you. If you've learned something new in this video, or you decided that you're going to implement something that I've shared today, take a moment and give the video a thumbs up so other ladies just like you can find this video as well. And if you haven't joined the Get Fit community yet, take a moment and hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here as part of our community. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.